Right, hey.
Can you hear us now?
You should be able to hear us now. Good old Bravo team technical difficulties. Hey. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
So you should have the volume now, guys. I really do apologise for that. This is the first time we've actually done a live stream like this as the Bravo team. You would think it was the first time I ever did it in my life, but I actually do live casting every single week, at least twice a week, right? But unfortunately, the setup here is slightly different than the setup in my office. So good evening, nice to see you there. I'm going to hand over the Bravo one for the podcast intro.
Well, the podcast intro. I want to hear this from the chat before we go any further. Do we do the podcast live now? Because we've got everything set up. We're all set up for recording. Do you want us to do the draw and do you want us to do the podcast completely live? Let me see some W's in the chat if you want the podcast to be done live. We've got our notes. We've got all the cameras set up. Let's see what the chat has to say. But welcome to this month's Midlife Monthly Sit Rep. So we're getting some W's in the chat. Zyro's in, TK's in, Folly's in, B-Trek's in, Creed's in, Crimson's in, Supercod's in. Everybody's dropping in. King's in.
We got TK 17603 in there as well. We got Botrix. Did you mention Botrix?
Botrix is the bot. He's the
Supercod.
Yeah.
Botrix is our bot.
Is the bot.
Oh, okay.
This man.
Hey, Botrix. King 22511 is with us. We're here. The Midlife Mercs are here as well.
Midlife Mercs are in.
Yeah, we're all good.
Mother's in. So, shall we get the live draw out of the way first, Bravo 2?
Oh, I think we could probably do a little bit of the early podcast stuff and just keep the tension high.
Keep the tension high.
Keep the tension high.
So you've won the votes. JJ's in. You've run the votes. We're going to do the podcast live. Much to my absolute horror.
That's okay. We can do this. We can do this. You guys are going to be extremely forgiving of us, aren't you? I mean, it's easy to sit here. I say it's easy to sit and do the podcast and then edit it. This is going to be live and raw, so you're just going to see it as it comes, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm okay with that. The other thing is, you're going to see Mr. Midlife here himself taking on and off his glasses because these I need for close-up, but I don't need for distance, which is when I'm looking over here at this camera over here, or let's face it, the notes on the screen over here as well, because we do need to keep a little bit of order.
We do.
So bear with us, but you're going to see it live and raw. Let's see how it all goes. Hey Clifford, yeah, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, guys, also appreciate the fact that Bravo 1 has just discovered there will be a 6 to an 11 second delay between the time we say something and the time you hear it. So if we ask a question or if you ask a question, just bear with us while it actually comes up on the chat, while you actually get through to it. And by the way, feel free to ask any questions you want. We can see the chat here on screen.
Yep.
And you're monitoring on your phone as well.
I'm not at the minute because I'm going to be on the Discord for the bits and pieces that we're going to run through.
We can see it. We can see it coming up here anyway. So I just changed the name of the account for the confusion. Dark Snake TP. I just changed the name of the account. Talk to me. Give me more on that. But yeah, okay. So we're going to crack on. We're going to go through the podcast.
Yep.
It's going to be in its raw form, so bear with us. We will read some notes off the screen, which is our prompts.
Notes off the screen, and bear with me, guys, as well, because I've also got notes on my phone. As you can see, we're extremely technical at the Bravo Team HQ. We've got 4 PCs that I can count, 3 cameras, 4 phones.
Yeah, absolutely, Clifford. The draw will be live. Absolutely. We're just going to do a short bit of content for the podcast first. Then we're going to draw the names. Then we'll finish up on the podcast. So sit tight. We have all of the names up on the wheel. So if I can show you that, I should be able to demonstrate that. So you can see the wheel behind here. We'll bring that up live on screen when we actually do the raffle as well. Call it a raffle, the draw, whatever you want to call it. That's what we will bring up on the screen at that time. So you should be able to see that live instead of seeing our ugly mugs when the time comes. So in the meantime, over to you, Bravo 1. So where are we going?
Welcome to this month's Midlife Monthly Sit Rep that is coming to you live from the Bravo Team HQ. We're live in raw format, as Bravo 2 said, so we're going to quickly run through a few of the updates from the Exfilzone let's start with the patch notes.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with that.
There's been some interesting patch notes that have been released over the last couple of days. I think there was one yesterday or the day before, just before we came here. Actually, I think it was on Thursday, and there was also another sneaky one today, which we'll talk about. So, with regards to the patch notes, some new features that have been added: raid data and statistics at the end of each raid.
Yep.
View this raid's data and info on players you engaged with back at HQ. View the data from the last 30 raids. Now, this is not something that we've had chance to look at. But have you been looking in our Discord, BRAVOTEAM, and reading what people have been saying about it?
No, I haven't.
No, it seems to be getting quite a positive feedback. So at the end of each raid, you can see who you engaged with, the damage that you dealt, sort of whether you killed them, things like that. And you can apparently go back 30 raids.
Right, so, again, because I'm ignorant to the patch, are you saying that if I come out of raid and I've had an altercation with people, a fight or whatever, we've run away, nobody's died, so on and so forth, I can actually see who that team was or who those people were?
Who those people were. So what people have put into the Discord is situations like that, where even though you might not have killed somebody, it still gives you the data of what hits you made, how much you damaged them,
and who they were.
I
like that. I like that idea. Yeah. I've always said that there should be some way of knowing who it is that you're engaging with, and either having a tag over their head with their username or something like that. Which again, tag over the head would not. It would make the experience less immersive.
Yeah.
But name badges or something like that. But to be able to come out of raid and see it, then yeah, I'm all for that. I think that's a good idea.
So guys in the chat, if you have seen the raid screen, if we are incorrect on any of this, because like I say, we've not played any of the games since Wednesday, since we were last live. So let us know in the chat how that's going.
But Clifford is saying that the after raid report is amazing. You can even see how much damage was done to you as well.
Oh right,
so,
no way.
Yeah, excellent.
So,
HeartMax says, I'm going to get these all wrong, aren't I? Sorry, guys. For those of you who don't know, I am dyslexic. So if I misread a name or something, forgive me. We're doing this live. It's on the fly. But Harpak, if I'm reading that correctly, says he loves it as well. I think it was something like that. The stream has now moved down and my mouse is doing very silly things. So let's see what's it. Harpak says, I like that also. There you go.
Excellent. So that's getting some good response from our community at least. And when I get back tonight, I'll have a look round on the other Discords and see what people are saying about it. Because it does. It's like an after-action report, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's all well and good going into raid and having these fights, but you don't know who you don't know who you're fighting with.
Yeah. Hey, look at what I've discovered I can do. Hang on. Look.
What are you doing?
So, I've just put Zyro's thing up saying it's truly amazing, great addition, and it's come up on
it's
screen.
come up. Yes, we can.
So you guys should be seeing that on screen.
Look up. You think? Look
See,
up
we're learning as we go, guys. We're learning as we go. Anyway,
it's not like we do it as a profession.
Zyro official, excellent stuff. Dark Snake TP says it's great. Also, Crimson says he saw it today. What else have we got? End of raid screen is great. This is Q-Ball. So Q-Ball saying, end of raid screen is great. You see how much damage you did to them and how much they did to you. So
excellent.
It's obviously a very positive thing. Lots of people are.
I'm looking forward to.
Lots of people are liking that.
Out.
Good.
So the next patch on the patch notes is you can now exchange level 6 armors, the SD protectors, the mall boss. Go on.
Sorry, it's Supercard. So now that we can do that, now that we can see the names, he's suggesting that we now need to have a kill list.
Right, okay.
So that we can put people on the kill list. I'm guessing people that we we somehow don't like or we didn't get over on in raid. But yeah,
okay,
cool.
we can come with we'll set it up in the Discord, Supercard. Get a kill list going. So back to the patch notes. You can now exchange excess level 6 armor for supplies and materials, and it's the SD Protector full body armor. So that's the mall boss armors. So before I go any further, I believe that this is, from the compensation event.
Yes.
The excess amount of armors.
Yes.
It's looking like you can trade them in for either hideout items
Okay.
or chat. Can you confirm any of this? Because again, this is something that we've not had chance to verify. This is unverified by the Bravo team at the moment, because we have had, not so much anymore, an excess stock of level 6 protectors.
Yeah, and I wonder if it helps in some way to level out the economy as well.
Yes.
And I think
a
that's
great idea.
probably what the attempt is, because it's I won't say common knowledge, but it's been felt by some that the compensation scheme has affected the economy. I don't believe it has dramatically. I think they did a very balanced approach to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. But I think this might be an attempt at some way of leveling out the economy by having people trade in stuff to get other stuff, sort of balance things out, things you can lose. And
could you trade in damaged armour though, guys? Can anybody confirm if you can trade in like a damaged SD protector so you could wear it until it's 50 durability? Is this tickling you?
I'm sorry, I'm getting absorbed in the comments here.
I'm trying to be professional, brother.
You carry on being professional, and I like the fool. Okay. every duo needs a comedy and a straight guy. You be the straight guy. Cougar is saying, well, look at these fresh midlife marks.
Yes. Do we look fresh?
We're fresh.
We've only been at it almost 12 hours
It's been
now,
a long
guys.
day. It's been
almost
a long day.
12 hours.
If you knew what we got up to on a day like this, it's been a full day.
It has been a full day.
Anyway, get on with it.
So the SD protectors, has anybody got any experience with that? Is anybody saying anything about that? From my perspective, that is what it is, just getting rid of excess SD protectors for hideout items, perhaps, for upgrades, for high tier stuff.
We shall wait and see, but if it is, it's potentially a good thing if it helps balance out the
Absolutely,
economy.
but I don't think it was particularly unbalanced because people were running in with SD protectors and Ronin helmets.
And we were taking them off.
And we were taking them off from simple head taps. Simple head taps. But we've lost a lot of it now, so. So the next thing that we're going to cover is some fixes. Now, this is the point where I want to stress to everybody out there that's watching, everybody in the community, that this game is still very much in its alpha phase. We are the game testers.
Yeah, and I'm just giving again, just that reminder that there's a 6 to an 11 second delay from the time we talk about something to the time something comes up on the chat. So I'm just going to drag you back for a second to the armour.
Okay.
Yeah, because Clifford is saying that you can trade it for top tier ammo.
Ooh.
Is now 1 armour equals 1 bundle.
So that's the tradable ammo.
So if you take out a mob boss, I'm guessing you can then go and trade it for, I'm guessing Clifford 993 or something like that. Yeah. 995,
Okay.
993, something like that. So yeah, that's quite good. Good observation, Clifford. Thank you for that. Back over to you, sir.
Again, I'll just reiterate what I've just said, and I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I do think it needs to be stressed every time we talk about little things like we're about to, that the game is very much still in its alpha phase, and we are the game testers. It's never going to be perfect. The developers are doing everything they can to patch things, make fixes. As soon as they're made aware of it, basically, we need to be supporting this game for what it is and test the hell out of it. Report this sort of stuff back so that Caveman can do what they need to do to fix it. And this is where we get into the fixes on the patch notes, guys. Fixed an issue where attachments could be installed on incompatible guns. Now, there has been a period of time recently where people have learnt how to glitch the guns and put attachments and things on that shouldn't be on there, and there's always going to be them people that try and do it.
Exploring glitches.
But Caveman have done what they can, and they've patched what they know to be the issue with that. So whether they've got rid of the guns entirely or whether they've just patched how you build them and the exploits and things that are included with that, they're doing what they can, guys, and we just need to keep testing it no matter what happens in the race. And I get that it's sort of tipping a little bit the wrong way at the minute, but it will come back, don't worry. Let Caveman cook and let Caveman do the fixes. Fixed an issue where players could purchase attachments that were not yet unlocked. So this is things like Anna research, so
right.
Gun stocks that you couldn't. And I've had this with the big drum mags, where I could purchase the big drum mags direct from the kiosk, even though they weren't unlocked with Anna. So it looks like that's been patched.
Okay.
Thoughts?
No, good things. I've said it on a number of these podcasts, and I've said it when we're playing in game and streaming as well. There are always going to be people who will try to find workarounds. There are always going to be people who will try and hack games. There are always going to be people that will exploit glitches and such. It's just, you've got to accept it's not just this game, it's every freaking game, and it's people in general. And exactly as Supercud and Coolga and that are all talking about now, report them.
Yep.
Do your bit and report it. Don't harp on about it. Don't bitch about it. Don't try and copy it, but report it. And if you report it, if enough people report it, then Caveman will do something about it. Yeah?
And Caveman are actively working to nip these things in the bud. After what happened last wipe, they're wanting to try and reduce as much of this kind of thing going off. But the only people who can test the game as in depth, Caveman are only a small team, is us.
Yep. Playing the game.
As a community.
The
Play
players.
the game, enjoy the game for what it is, and just report these things.
Dark Snake, I'll just say apologies. I didn't see that comment before. I wasn't. It's not anything odd. It's just the timeline scrolls up, and if I missed the comment, I missed it, and then I actually saw the other one and credited Kool-Egg with that. But no, that's fine. Like I said, just bear with me. That we've got a timeline of about that big, and it scrolls as people type into it. So apologies for that, my friend.
So the next fix that they say that they've fixed is an issue with copying attachments at the gunsmith bench.
Okay.
I would assume that's sort of like duplicating attachments, which again, the gunsmith bench is a very, very complex bit of coding. There's going to be things that keep filtering through. So again, kudos to them for fixing another issue.
I've never been, and you know this from the time it was introduced, I've never been a fan of the gunsmith bench, and again that's because I know nothing about weaponry. I don't know, I don't even use it. I preset a build in there, and I'll use that same preset over and over and over and over again. That's it, as far as getting a weapon is concerned. But I was just as happy in the early wipes just going upstairs and buying a gun, just buying a weapon, and then buying my attachments and putting on what I needed onto it. And I'd be quite happy with that. And if the bench proves to be a big back door for people, then I wouldn't see a problem with it disappearing.
No, I wouldn't see a problem with it disappearing. But again, as somebody who enjoys the gunsmithing, I do think it's a thing that adds value into the game. But with how complex it is, I think there is always going to be something that people find, and it just needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
But again, we are testing the game, so I'm not saying go out and try and find, as normal players don't go out and try and find it. But if you find something,
if you come across
something,
don't
make a big deal out of it. Just report it and be done with it.
There are enough people out there, and some of them are probably a lot younger than us, who will spend all evening bitching about it, talking about it, complaining about it, telling their friends about it, but they're not actually doing anything constructive. And when I say constructive, I don't know why I'm looking at the camera here because the camera's over there, but when I say constructive, the best thing that we can do when we notice something like that, if we come up against a cheater, if we come up against a glitch, is just to go into the official Caveman Discord, report it. I was playing the game at such and such a time, came across this, that's it.
Done.
You're doing your bit, and that will go on a fix list that will obviously be prioritized based on the number of times the same kind of thing gets reported. If they're like any other developer team, they will have their list of things and they'll have their list of priorities. And priorities normally are by the amount of times people report it.
Yep.
So the more it's reported, and reporting it means the official Discord, it doesn't mean bitching about it on YouTube or in Facebook or in Discords. It's go to the official Discord, report, not complain.
So the next one is a very little fix, but I think this is going to please a few people who like the hammer site, that they've fixed the zeroing point, which was incorrect.
Don't use the hammer.
No, but I know we don't, but for people that do use the hammer site, and I still believe that they need to adjust the 0 point on the side flip scope a little bit. So
I would agree with that. I mean, I'm happy. I like the flip one, and I'm happy to compensate. I think I've sort of got it relatively done, but yeah, it is off a little and probably needs a little.
Did anybody use the hammer site and notice that because I've not used it, so it's a good little fix for people that use the Hammer site. Obviously, they've reported it. It's been sorted.
Yeah.
So the final bits on yesterday's patch notes or the day before's, whenever they were. When was it? The yesterday. These are yesterday's patch notes, guys. So Thursday's patch notes.
And coming up very shortly will be the 500 subscriber giveaway.
We've just got another little patch note.
Yeah. I
just
want to remind people while we're here.
Whoa,
just reminding people while we're here.
They're interested in the patch notes, not the giveaway. Right. Optimized SVD gunshot sound parameters.
Do what?
Optimized SVD gunshot sound parameters. Optimize the dirt effect on scope lenses.
All right.
So I'm guessing they've made the scopes look a little bit more grubby when you're looking through them, a bit more dirty, a bit more scratched.
Okay.
A bit like other games.
But I think in some of them, correct me if I'm wrong, some of them were like that and others were like crystal clear. Because I've noticed when you use something like is it the Hunter scope? It's like clear as glass, but then other ones can be a little bit foggy. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But yeah, maybe. I mean, I've got, it just all helps to make it a little bit more realistic.
But again, we've not played since Wednesday, so if it's something that you've noticed and you can drop into the chat, then just let us know. Because we're going to find all this out this weekend. Speaking of this weekend, don't forget Subscriber Sundays, guys. The list will be going live on Saturday. So get your names down, ready for that. Adjusted the grade level and drop rarity of bullets in the shop.
Hey?
Adjusted the grade stroke level and drop rarity of bullets in the shop. So I'm assuming that they've rejigged the bullet tiers, sort of like whether they're ultimate, legendary.
Right, okay.
And obviously the drop rarity, whether they're like sort of like purple and gold, like they are in rarity tiers, but I'm guessing that that's been rejigged a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Guys, if you can inform us on that, tell us live exactly what's going on. So the last little patch that we'll talk about is a sneaky one that went out today, and that is another fixed issue with attachments on the gunsmith bench. So again, they probably hadn't ironed out all the issues that they knew about, and they've managed to get another one of the gunsmith issues sorted, which again is proving that they are doing what they can, because that came out literally 24 hours after the first one. So they're doing what they can, guys. They're doing what they can, but don't let this draw your focus away from enjoying the game. It's too easy to get swept away with just don't go there. Enjoy it for what it is. If you get one tapped, I mean, we get one tap regularly.
It's a game.
If they saw the stream the other day, in fact, Paul Scotland, if you're in, you one tapped me and then finished Bravo 2 off with a few body shots.
Yeah.
So that's the patch notes, Bravo 2.
Excellent. Excellent.
Before we go anything, we have got a little bit more to cover. We're going to go on to
Cue Ball is saying supposedly high tier ammo spawns more often in raid. I haven't noticed it myself though. Cue Ball, I can confirm that. I have, and we talked about this the last time we streamed, which was what?
Wednesday
evening. We talked about it then. But I have a bag of ammo that, as I come out of raid, I put that ammo in that bag and create a collection. And I've come across a hell of a lot of high tier ammo in game. I've got 995. I've got what's the high tier for the new weapons? The
PAB, is it the PAB ammo? Yeah.
PAB 5. Yeah. So I've come out with a lot of that. I've come out with a lot of the hybrid for the XM5.
Oh, the hybrid, yeah.
Hybrid ammo for that. I've got a couple of rounds of 993, a couple of clips of 993. So yeah, I am finding high tier ammo and I would say particularly around the dam, but in map. So perhaps they've adjusted them with what they can, where you find it. Like I say, it's interesting to see. Potentially. I've still not found many guns in like high tier guns in gun crates. I'm still finding rubbish guns in gun crates. So before we go on to the members' questions or the subscribers' questions, shall we do it? Do what? What do you want to do?
Shall we show people? Shall we reveal?
Well, let's see some yeses in the chat. Shall we do the giveaway right now, or do you want to hear what would be the next topic we're going to move on to?
The next one is going to be our subscribers' questions. So we've got questions from Muzzer, we've got questions from Kugler, we've got questions from Not Personal, we've got questions from Fast and Flawless.
You can stop. We've got yeses. They want the giveaway. Okay.
They want the giveaway.
Right,
hearts in the chat then, guys. That's it. Come on, let's see some stuff.
Right, now I need your help out here for now, guys. Okay, I need your help because I'm going to bring up the screen with the wheel on it, but I need you to let me know if you can still hear us, because I'm not sure whether the audio will transfer over onto that screen as well. So you will not see me, but you will, or you should see the wheel. So just bear with me for 1 second, because I've got to get this right. If I get it wrong, Bravo 1 is going to absolutely annihilate me. So that's up there. Now I need to get that onto here. So the question now is, guys, you are seeing the wheel on screen. You should not be seeing myself and Bravo 1, but can you hear us? Just do sound okay if that's the case. Sound all right, sound okay, anything like that. I know we've got sort of a 6 to an 11 second delay, but I'm happy to. Excellent.
So can you just do the housekeeping bits first as well?
Okay, so when you say housekeeping bits, we've got to mention first and foremost, quite correct, first and foremost, we requested that everybody who subscribed to the YouTube channel posted their name in the Discord or joined the Discord. That's where all of the names are coming from. That's number one. So if your name is in the Discord, you are on this wheel. However, we have removed all of the mods, so the mod squad is not on the wheel, because the mod squads will be getting their own hoodies, their own unique hoodies as well. So the mod squad have been removed from the wheel. Is there anything else I need to add?
That's all that we need to add. But
what I will say is, if your name appears now, we would request that you contact Bravo 1 by DM, so direct message him in the Discord, because he will need a couple of things off of you. Very simply, he will need the size of shirt that you require. He will need the address that we are posting your prize to. So if your name appears, or if that player is not here and you know who they are, just message them to let them know that they have won a prize.
I can message them directly.
We will message them directly as well, but it'd be nice if you message them while we're on, if you're here, so that they could come along and join us. So we are going to spin the wheel for the first time. Bravo 1, is there anything else I need to add before I spin the wheel?
Not before you spin the wheel. We'll talk about after the wheel.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because we've promised a hoodie secret and a secret small gift.
So this is for a hoodie, guys.
So
good luck.
This is the first spin of the wheel. Hopefully I don't break anything when I do this. Let me just see if I can get my mouse across onto the screen now.
The first bit of midlife merch going out right now.
First ever. And by the way, before we do it, not that I'm trying to hype things up a little bit, but thank you, everybody. Single one of you, because, you know, we set out on a mission to get our first milestone, which was 500. We're now on a mission to get to 1,000. And you being here, you have helped us to get to the first 500. This is all new to Bravo 1 and I. You know, we enjoyed the game, and I don't think I would have ever classed myself as a gamer, and certainly not a streamer. But you know, you guys have helped us to get this far. Thank you very much for your continued support, and good luck, everybody on the wheel. Here we go. Name number 1 coming up. Round and round and round she goes. And it is...
It's the face.
The face. Sergeant Corps. Sergeant Corps? Sergeant Corps? So that is number 1. There will be a hoodie and a small gift. Mystery gift. It won't be a mystery after this because I think Bravo 1 wants to have a word with you.
Yes, absolutely.
But there will be a small gift and a hoodie on its way to you. Right, I need to click remove because you can only get one shot. So, congratulations. Are we ready for number 2? Come on, let's see some hearts and love in the chat. Are we ready for number 2? Here we go. Off she goes again. And the next one out of the hat is
J Cool.
J Cool, J Key 58. J Cool 58, J Key 58 is the second winner of the limited edition hoodie and the mystery gift. Now, before we go any further, let me just remove, first of all.
Put us back on screen for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to remove J Cool before I forget to do that. I'm
Well done,
going
J.
to if I can, hang on, I need to get, see my mouse won't come back off the screen for me now. Come on mouse.
Technical difficulties, guys.
There we go, look, we're back, here we go. Right, so Bravo 1 would like to have a word with you before we move on because we're going to reward 3 more people with a small gift. More? Oh, okay. In your hands it is.
In my hands it is. So,
In
as a
your hands
token
it is.
of appreciation from Bravo 2 and I, some of you will know that we have been working hard on a little secret gift for everybody. We're going to give away 5 of these just as a token of appreciation, and the hoodie winners, the Face and J Cool, you will also receive 1 each. This is the little gift.
This is the little mystery gift that we have been talking
It
about.
took us ages to get it all finalised and sorted out and bits and pieces.
There's a clue on the table.
So see if you could, before we reveal it, see if there's a clue on. See if you can tell us what it is. I'm pointing at it.
You're not pointing at it. There's a clue on the table if anybody hadn't noticed, but we're not pointing at it. By the way, guys, are you enjoying the live stream? I know it's a bit ad hoc. We did
very
not.
ad hoc.
We had not intended to sort of live stream the podcast. We were just going to live stream the giveaway part of it. I think this works.
It's not the gun stock, unfortunately, Dark Snake. However, when we reach the 1,000, we are
working on a plan for the 1,000, and a gun stock will be part of that plan. I think when we do the 1,000, there will be a small package. For as a prize, but we're still working out the finer details on that.
If you do want a gun stock, guys, just to get this dropped in there, get in the Discord, look at the gun stock thread, click the button, and use the code BRAVOTEAM. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, why not?
Right. So, guys, without further ado,
Supercod says he's worked it out.
He's worked it out. Supercod works everything out. That man is crazy.
Okay, so drum roll.
Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, drum roll.
What is this in this little box?
Hey.
It is a gold figurine. For those that can't, I'm going to get up.
Of course.
Let me just make sure that we're still in the shot here, guys.
Yeah.
A little Midlife Mercenaries gold figurine.
Complete with
fully branded. Fully branded.
Midlife Merc box.
So,
Creed says that's amazing. Clifford says that's dope. Goldie. Crimson said he's guessed correctly. Excellent stuff.
we have been dropping
Wonderful.
a few clues. We have been dropping a few clues.
So those of you who have received the limited edition hoodie will also receive a figurine, and we're going to draw 5 more. Five more for figurines.
Just for the figurines.
Now, I'm going to say, because we've already said it earlier, the Mod Squad are not on the list. But Mod Squad, along with your hoodies, you will also receive a figurine. In thanks for your contribution to the moderating the stream and the Discord. Excellent.
Keeping the Discord in the lives.
Okay, cool. So, Folly says, that's cool. Chances are I get one in real life before I get one in the game. Hey, you never know. It's, 99 to 1 or something like that, yeah. Supercard said, if you look back at the YouTube shorts, I guessed it on that weeks ago. You did indeed, and we played it down a little bit. We didn't make a big issue out of it. Excellent stuff. Right, okay, so here we go.
Spin that wheel.
I'm going to bring the wheel back up again. Excuse the clunkiness of this technicality. There we go. That wasn't too bad. That worked. So, the first out of the box for a gold figurine will be... We should have had some music for this part, Bravo One.
We should.
And that is...
Zex
9763. Number 2 will be la da da Shining Vengeance number 2. Give them some love, guys. Some congratulations. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And next up, number 3.
3, yep, number 3.
Will be... It looks like Billy on top. Billy on top, number 3. Number 4. Can I win one? Number 4 will be Flex. Sensei Flex. And the final one, let's give them lots of love, guys. Number 5, and don't all drop off after this. Stick around for the end of the podcast. Number 5 will be...
Oh, Craigie
Craigo 87. And that, gentlemen, concludes
the draw,
the giveaway.
So Zex, Signing Vengeance, Billy on top, Flex, and Craigie Craig, you are all going to receive a gold figurine.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
guys.
much, guys. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And for those of you who were not lucky enough to win one, keep your eyes on the Discord. Because they may be available.
They will be available very soon.
They will be available
very soon. So congratulations, all the winners there. I have now got some work to do this week and getting in touch with people, and there will be a short waiting time while we get the hoodies and stuff made for whoever needs, but we'll get it all sorted for you guys. Get it all sorted. So,
excellent. If you were one of the winners, please make sure you DM, you private message Bravo One. He will be in touch with you over the course of the weekend, but make sure you DM Bravo One with your shirt size if you were a shirt winner and your address so that we can post out your prize to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But we'll sort all that out. So,
questions.
I haven't got any questions. Oh, you mean the questions? I'm joking.
Fewer questions.
Right, so we're going to go now straight into the viewer questions section of the podcast.
Put your teeth back in.
Of the podcast. So let me just get my technical fingers in here and get Discord back up so I can read the full shebang. Talk, Bravo 2, talk.
We absolutely love that, Crimson. Crimson says he's just happy to play the game with the Bravo team. Love it. But yeah, congrats to all of the winners. Thank you, guys. No, we genuinely appreciate it. Like I said, this wasn't our plan. You know, this was not on our life plan in terms of doing this kind of thing. But I think the two of us are enjoying the hell out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So yeah, thank you.
So back onto the questions now. I've got them up. So the first question is from both Muzzer and Kugler. And it's a very, very good question. Thoughts on the upcoming PvE mode?
Yeah. See, I'm conflicted here.
Okay.
And we've had this conversation. I'm conflicted because I think it will take away from the player base, is my sense, and I know that I believe it's been done to increase the player base, because I think the theory behind it is there are people out there who don't like playing with real human beings, and they might play with bots for a period of time and then enjoy that and then come over and play with real human beings. And I sort of see that to an extent, but what I see more of is people finding an easier path and going, you know what, I don't have to put up with real human beings, I can go and play with bots. So I'm conflicted, is the honest truth. I don't know whether I like it or dislike it, but if it was on a weighing scale, I'd be heading towards the dislike.
Okay, it's interesting because I'm very much in the thought that I do think it's going to be a good addition to the game. Not necessarily from a player-based perspective, because it is going to split the player base to a degree, but for the people that want the non-competitive Exfilzone VR experience where they're not up against kitted players all the time, it's just going to make the game more enjoyable for those that don't like playing against sweats, if you like.
Yeah,
Running armor. So I do think and I do think it will bring more people into the game when they see it's a PvE mode, because people can practice in the PvE mode, learn the maps, learn the routes, learn the spawns, and then progress into the main game. The main game will get gone.
So Beast is saying people that like PvE won't join. So where is it? My screen.
Sorry, Beast, we've
jumped.
lost you.
Won't join though. I think PvE will get boring for players, and they will join. And PvE will get boring for players, and they will join PvE. I'm not.
But no, I think you think
PvP. PvP.
So
Got it,
exactly. Yep. So that's my thought, that people will use the PvE mode as a stepping stone into the normal mode. Don't get me wrong, it will. The player base is going to split, and the raids are going to get a little bit more competitive. There's going to be less like casual players running around, but I think for the casual player, it is going to be a key thing for those to gain access. Gain access is the wrong word, to progress into the PvP, because at the moment it is pretty hectic.
And I think Cue Balls is thinking the same way as I'm thinking. I mean, there are unfortunately a body of people who don't like losing, and if they're playing PvP and they keep dying and they find that PvE is easier, then they'll transition across to PvE simply because they don't want to lose. And you do see that sometimes with some players throwing their rattle out of the pram simply because they died, and they're calling everybody cheats but they died. That was the bottom line. And my concern is that that's the kind of transition that we will see. I hope long term that it's right, and I'm sure that there's some kind of research has gone into this, but I think we just sit on opposite sides of the fence.
Yeah, we do. And like I said, I do think it's going to be appealing for newer players and people that don't want that intense somebody's going to get me feeling all the time. So I'm interested to know what your guys' thoughts are, especially Muzzer and Kugler, who put the question into the Discord, because it is it's going to get different views from everybody. This is, but from me it's a thumbs up, and from you it's a
on the fence at the moment. On the fence at the moment.
On the fence. So the next question from Not Personal, and this is one that we have covered.
Carry on. I'll come back to it. You go with that question. It's just something that Crimson has asked.
So, Not Personal. What would you say to a landmine? Not instant kill, but both legs, 2 bleeds, and it's as large as a book, so it's hard to carry multiple, and it weighs 10 kilograms, so it's hard to carry multiple.
Who asked that question?
That's Not Personal.
Not personal. Hey, look, you're talking my language. Now change landmine to claymore. Yeah, because I've said I would love to see claymores in the game. They have them in Showdown. At least I think they still have them. They did have them when I played Showdown. And I think bring claymores into the game. It's going to be a game changer for people who are interested in sort of stealth stuff and sniping and setting up a nest. Not camping. There's no such thing as camping. You're utilising the resources you have available
from an elevated position. That's what you say. Yeah.
So you just, what would you do in real life?
Well, exactly.
What would you do in real life?
Well,
Would you run and gun? Would you go diving into the fray? Or would you give yourself the best advantage?
Let's take hospital roof, for instance. So if you could only carry one landmine, then we'd have two exit or two
potential
routes. So there'd be one untrapped. Yeah. But I do agree with the fact that it would be a good addition, and it's not an instant kill, so it would literally break your legs, give you bleeds, make it hard for you to run away, but at least you've still got a chance, a fighting chance, of the camper rushing and the person using the elevated position to run towards where the landmine's gone off and kill him, so you can still potentially win the fight, although it'd be a nasty, nasty surprise if all of a sudden you had your legs broken. So I'd love to know everybody's thoughts on that as well. Very, very, very Marmite question that I think for a lot of people.
Okay, so we've had a question from Crimson, and it's relevant to the gun stock and what you were talking about earlier. So I'll whack it up on screen. But he's basically saying, can you do a live demonstration of the all-in gun stock while in game? Like how difficult it is to loot while you have the stock and switch back to shooting. It's not freaking difficult. But yeah, absolutely, we can, and we will do that one evening. Next week. Let the dust settle from today, and we'll put a bit of work into that. But I can honestly say that the gun stock is very, very easy to use. It's so easy. It literally becomes intuitive. It becomes almost a part of your body. Yeah.
And it's so immersive as well.
And it's so easy compared to other gun stocks. And yes, we are affiliated to Oldham BR now, but even if we weren't, I'd say the same. I'd say the same thing.
We've always had these on display.
Using other gun stocks, or having used, I haven't used a vast amount, but one or two other gun stocks. This is so easy to slip in and out of, so easy to center on, and without any calibration. You take that, you sort out the length that you like to use in game, short gun, long gun, so on and so forth, and you whack that up into your shoulder. The buttstock of the gun in game is in your shoulder, and the sight is in your eyes. It is just so intuitive and so easy to use. And then for looting and picking up and everything, your cups, they just literally slide in. They slide in and out.
There's no detaching magnets.
And look, it takes you probably 3 raids for it to become muscle memory.
Not long at all.
It does not take long at all for it to become muscle memory.
Doesn't interfere with the bags.
You'll feel clumsy the first 2 games. You'll feel clumsy the first 2 games. Third game you'll start to get the swing of it, and then as you develop, as you move on, it gets better. But we will do a live demonstration of that. Just bear with us. We'll say next week.
Let the dust settle from today. But we will do that for everybody, and we'll sort it. So. Any more questions from the guys?
Yeah, you got Clifford saying, is this history repeating itself? Are they going to kill the game if they split it, just as they did with the Battle Royale and Reborn became 2 modes? It killed Battle Royale. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd sort of stopped playing Battle Royale at that stage, because when I moved over to Exfil, it's like when I moved from Contractors to Battle Royale, I didn't go back to Contractors. And then I went Battle Royale to Exfil, and I haven't gone back to Battle Royale. And I took you in there one night just to show you around. It wasn't a fantastic experience, but we went in for one run around. I would hope it doesn't kill the game. And if we, Bravo One and myself, and other streamers and other content creators carry on doing what we're doing, I think it will only help the player base and develop the player base, because I want to see more people coming into this. I want to see a lot more people coming into this, and people will try it, and hopefully it is, the lesser one is the one that gets ignored and goes down, and what we're doing takes over.
I think it'll be noticeable to begin with. But I do think it'll even out. I don't think it's going to kill the game personally.
I don't think it will, and I hope it doesn't. I think
we need to keep playing the game, guys. Get as many people that you can play this game, because it's absolutely phenomenal. Anything else before we move on to the next question?
Yeah, Crimson saying when he started, he would have loved to do PvE because he was used as a mop. Whenever he got into a raid at first, that's a bit like me, mate. And I still get used as a mop. I am only cannon fodder for this man. My job is to die so that he can come out the hero. That's my role in life, and I accept it.
Your role is to die and stress me out because you've brought in the cheapest backpack you
Anyway,
can find.
you have some questions.
Right. So, the next one is from Mr. Fast and Flawless. And this is going to get some people interested. Let's discuss leg meta. Why is it called leg meta is beyond me. So, can I just touch on that one?
Go for it.
The reason it's called leg meta, because meta means most effective tactic available.
Okay.
So it can kill people the quickest. So that's why they call it the leg meta, because I think the kill time was something ridiculous, like half a second to
but
kill
it has
someone.
changed.
I don't know what the actual stats are now,
Yep.
but they have made adjustments to it. They are going to keep making adjustments to it. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But I do think it's here to stay, guys, in some form. But I think it will develop over time.
My belief is that I think you need to develop tactics to avoid it. The bottom line is, in real life, if you were running across a field and a real combatant knew that you were armoured up and your vulnerable spot was your legs or your head, they're going to be aiming for your legs or your head. So I don't see that it is anything wrong with the game. I think it should be measured. I think it shouldn't be as easy to kill with the leg meta, but it's certainly, I don't think it should be taken away. I don't think it should be a thing.
The time to kill was certainly an issue. We got wiped out by one guy in Metro, or literally one after the other.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I do like the idea of having flesh damage ammo. I just think the kill time. Going back to the landmine situation, I think it'd be better if it just stopped at leg breaks, and then obviously didn't spread the damage as much into your body. There is like modifiers and multipliers built into the ammo calculations, which I think still need a little bit of fine tuning. But leg meta, love it or hate it, it's going to be around in very, very various different forms. But again, it's the alpha version of the game. We are the game testers. If it annoys you, as it did many, many people, let Caveman know and they'll make some adjustments like they have done, and they will just keep adjusting it until they find the sweet spot.
Yeah, again, if enough people report, not crib, complain, moan, but if enough people go in and say, look, we need to do something about this because, then they will respond to it. They will do something. What something is, I don't know. But I'm not, I don't think it should go away. I think it should be weakened. I think it should be, but it's a thing, and it should be a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not learn to counter it, guys. Use cover, use boxes. Don't stand around still, and don't run past the medical base gates on Metro, because people will shoot through there and take your ankles out. Top tip for you, right there. Anything coming in from the guys? Yeah,
just some conversation still going on. PvE seems to be a big issue with people. Some people suggesting that it should have a limited time run. I don't know if I like that idea or not. Like, I'm guessing you would see that if somebody purchased a game, that they would have X number of weeks where they could just do PvE if they wanted to, and then it should disappear.
No, let people explore the whole game. Let them get through it, through the whole. Let them explore. Sorry.
PvE only lasts for so long before it gets boring. I get that. Yeah, I would imagine so. Creed says, I'm still new to the game and wouldn't mind PvE to learn the maps.
Absolutely.
But I enjoy encountering. But look, PvE to enjoy, or to, well, I don't know, to get to know the maps. You have a training mode. There is a training mode, and I'll be honest, I don't use it as much as I should. I started using it recently to learn the tunnels and the smugglers, because I get fed up of keep asking you where we're going. But yeah, I mean, you've got the training mode to learn the maps and to get around, and to an extent, it is minimum PvE, isn't it? You've got some bots. So
there's no progression to the training mode.
No.
So people can't go in and get the loot out. They can't start stacking the shelves up with stuff. So I do think it is going to appeal to a lot of people.
Okay.
I genuinely do.
I just hope if it does appeal to people, great. I hope it does it without detriment to the actual game. That's like that's why I'm on the fence.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can all have our opinions on it. It's not a problem. So, next question, and this is from Hellfroze. Do the Bravo team think that other team-based game modes could be implemented that might suit the Contractors game format well? I know Battle Royale hasn't been touched since it flopped, but modes such as Search and Destroy or Protect the VIP, if AI could choose a different route every time, go from spawn to extraction, passing through POIs, might pull a few new players to the game.
I agree, and we had this conversation way back in, I think it was the first Wipers, something like that, when we came in, and I said that it would be nice to have team-on-team games where like you spawn, or you and your team spawn in the hospital and some other team spawns at the bank, but it's random, you don't know where you're going to end up, and your job is to protect your base, but to send out people to actually capture other people's bases and that. I think that would be a fantastic addition. I don't know what's involved in terms of coding this kind of stuff, but I think that type of thing would be really beneficial to the game, and I think it would bring in a lot more players to have, you know, that sort of like protect the flag, raid the base.
But is that not what Contractors is?
To a lesser extent, yeah.
Because I think this takes away from the hardcore extraction shooter.
Yeah, but it's not. When you look at Contractors, the maps aren't as scaled as you have with the likes of Dam and Resort and Suburbs and that, which is what I think would really make this.
Okay.
If you had, for example, your team spawns in the mall and another team spawns in the police station, but you don't know what team has spawned where. You don't even know if it's the police station, because another place that could have spawned could have been Villa. But you've got two teams, you've got to send out people to find where their base is, and then your job is to protect your base while capturing their base. And you have a limited team, you know, you maybe 5-6 players, but and if your team die, and you could be left with one man back protecting the base, and the other team come in and capture it. You know, with the Contractors, it was like simple maps: run from one end of the map to the other end of the map.
Okay.
Grab the flag. I think, you know, going out and searching and getting resources, picking up resources, same as you would do in the game, to keep your hideout alive and keep your guys with food and so on and so forth. So you still got to go out and explore and scavenge stuff, but as a game.
So would it be a longer game mode?
I think so. It would. I think it would. Yeah. But I think there's value in exploring that as a game mode. What does everybody else feel?
I'll give my 2 pence on it. I don't. For me, that wouldn't be something that I'd like to see come to the Exfilzone sort of game mode, if you like. I do feel that that's something that could be modified in Contractors slightly. However, I do want to see a sort of vendetta mode where 2 teams can join one map. So if you've got a beef with a team, you can click on the vendetta mode.
Yeah, but that could also open up things like competitions, tournaments,
Because
challenges.
I know there's people in our community that want the Bravo team dead. I know there's people in other communities that want the Bravo team dead. I know other communities are having their own little firefights. So it would be good to have the ability, whether it's a limited time mode every now and then, where 2 teams can get into a raid. You see, instead of having to wait till the time and press the button at the same time, and hope that you get into the same raid. But yeah, I'd like to see that. And Psycho, I'm talking to you.
Really? Only Psycho?
And Jackie.
But
and Supercod.
Okay. So somebody's talking about player counts here. Tabor's player counts between 200 and 400 current players. Exfil has a player count of between 100 to 120.
These will be Steam stats.
Yeah.
So these will be Steam stats. Ghosts of Tabor has its hardcore original fan base, and a lot of people who still play Ghosts of Tabor are the die-hard Ghost of Tabor fans. That game is always going to have a strong standing. Still has a place in my heart, even though I don't play it anymore. It's where I came from before Exfilzone.
Yeah, Cod's off. He's late for his dinner date with the missus. So
good night, Cod.
cheers, Cod.
Thank you.
let's have a look. I'm not going to read out all the comments, guys, because we've got some stuff to get through here, and I'm late for a dinner appointment as well.
I've got a 3-hour drive home.
That's all right. That's morning. You should have stayed.
Still got a 3-hour drive home tomorrow.
Yeah, Clifford has a point. You know, Exfilzone can't afford to split their already low player count in half. Yeah, I agree, but I think there are certain things that would bring in players, and there are certain things that would probably see players leave, and I think they've got to get a balance, and it's still in the early stages. And I guess for them, they have to be seen to be developing and not just staying the same. Because if you stay the same, you're not actually staying the same. If you're staying as is, you're going backwards, because technology and players' expectations and everything are moving forward all the time anyway. So I think you need to be moving forward and doing different things to keep things fresh. So yeah, cool. Back to you, Bravo One.
So the next question, and this is from Q-Ball, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I want to do my own research, and I'd love to hear what the chat are saying about this. It's been a big thing just lately. Lots of people have been talking about it. Shadow bans.
Yeah.
Apparently it is a thing. We've never been shadow banned, so we don't.
How would we know?
Well,
How would you know?
Apparently, you are shadow. If you get shadow banned, you get put into a separate pool of shadow banned people. Obviously, because there's not that many players, you'll get into. It'll take you a long time to queue for a raid. You'll get into empty raids, which I have seen someone do after they said they were shadow banned, and a few other streamers have talked about it.
We've had 1 or 2 empty raids.
Did we have a good raid the raid before?
I
don't know. Like I say, I just think, and I'm not saying it is or isn't a thing. I don't know. And I know Q-Ball's done a little bit of research, which is in the Discord, but I can't comment on that at the minute because I don't know where that information's been sourced from or who it's from. But guys, I know there's a lot of people out there at the minute that are in all areas of the Exfilzone community. Is it a thing? What's the point in it? Is it just so that this pool of players can be monitored by Caveman because they?
I genuinely.
It just seems a bizarre way.
I can't see how it's a thing, because if you put me into an empty lobby,
you fly through your
I'm
tasks.
going to run through my tasks. I'm going to loot like hell. I'm going to come out with all the gear and all the armor and anything else that I can do. That's not a punishment. That's a reward in my book. Yeah. So I just don't see. Yeah. Your thoughts.
This is open to the floor, guys. This is open to the floor. And as I say, there's people. I know there's people in the chat right now that are in all pillars of the community that may know more than us. Like I say, we are in no way, shape or form that in depth when it comes. And we see people talking about it. It's not something that we'd ever even considered until it got talked about over the last few weeks. That more and more people seem to be getting hit with it.
Yeah.
But apparently it is a thing, and I have witnessed it on somebody's stream where they have said, I think I'm shadow banned, got into a raid, and they've got into smugglers' tunnels, completely clear of any other contractors 2 or 3 times in a row, had the entire raid, every single safe, locked rooms, the lot. What are they saying?
Nothing so far about shadow banning, but like I said, there is a bit of a
delay.
A bit of a delay. Yeah.
But that's my Q-Ball. That's my honest thoughts on it, mate. Because I just think it's a really weird system to have in place, to have this separate little area for people that you go into for X amount of time or X amount of days before you get put back into the.
Yeah, there's still a lot of conversation going on about PvE mode, which is obviously something that's exercising a lot of people.
No, we'll not take away. Like I say, if guys, let me know in the Discord and Q-Ball. Like I say, I will look at what you've put in the Discord. I did have a brief read through it earlier, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm not quite sure. I'm not saying that the source isn't reliable.
So Q-Ball says the official Discord said shadow banning is not supposed to be a punishment, and that cheaters aren't tasking, which I personally think is BS.
Well, I suppose he's got a point. If cheaters are going in, they're going in for other people's kit, aren't they? Rather than I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so. I don't know what to say about it.
Well, all I'd say is let's don't do anything that's likely to get us shadow banned and still enjoy the game.
Depends how many people report us.
Why worry about it? Who's going to report us for what?
Dying
For me dying too much.
Dying too many times.
Yeah.
Although, like I say, it's.
Hey, Paranormal. Nice to see you out there.
So, is there anything else that anybody would like us to talk about before we get off the stream? Because I appreciate that it's running late. He's hungry. I'm tired, but we'll happily open the floor to a couple of questions just to...
Remembering that there is a 6 to 11 second delay, so if you do have a question, get the question in now so that it can pop up on the screen. And I know I've passed down through a lot of the comments, but that's a lot of you guys are sort of chatting between yourselves and commenting on stuff, so I'm not going to read out everything. But if there is a question, just do a hashtag question and post it, and we will do what we can to answer it. Kulig has a question. For the next podcast, I won't do you all dirty like that. All right, okay. What's your favourite gun and ammo this wipe?
I'm going to have to say it. The Mod DD.
Okay.
The Mod DD.
See, this time round now I'm favouring the 58, the FAL.
The SA58 is a close second.
Yeah.
The Mod DD with the 855A1 ammo. I think it's 855. Don't quote me on that. It's the 855, not the 856.
It's not the 56, it's a 55A1.
With a spicy drum of M995,
Yep.
or if I can afford it, which I've not run yet, some AP, but it's normally the M855 with a drum, a normal mag of M995.
Dark, I can't answer that question because I've never used the Skull VR. So the question was, is the Skull VR, sorry, is the Olin VR better than the Skull? I couldn't answer that with honesty because I haven't used the Skull. What I can say is that the Olin is very intuitive, very easy to use. There are no magnets, and yet the hand grips slip in and out with ease. And it just does become, and I genuinely, we are affiliated, I'm going to make that very clear, but I'm not just saying that because we were affiliated. Long before we were affiliated, this is the gun stock we've been using. I got one for Bravo 1 because he was adamant he was never going to use a gun stock, and now he wouldn't be without it. So I got him one as a gift, and he's...
I would never, I cannot play without it. I cannot play without a gun stock.
And it is simple. It is very, very simple to use. So yeah, I'm not going to hide the fact that we are now affiliated with them, and we get a small commission off of any sales that come from our link. And it is a small commission, but we get a small commission off of it. But the bottom line is, I absolutely love it.
Well, and we've not used any other gun stocks. So
well, I've tried one or two. I can't even think of the names now. I can dig them out at home and let you know what they are. But they were simple ones. One of them was a 3D print that I bought off of, I think it was eBay or something like that. But I have used a couple of other ones. I used one with magnets on it, and I didn't get on with it at all. These, just for simplicity, ease of use, and a natural feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and that's not to take away from any other gun stock, because different people might feel different things, but that's just my honest.
So what's your favourite gun and what's your favourite ammo?
I've told you, my favourite gun at the moment is the 58. M80 it has to be for now. Yeah. Obviously we'll work our way up to the 993.
Did I hurt your leg then
when I start? No. We'll work our way up to the 993 when I start getting my trades. When I build up enough for the trade, should I say? I do like the Mod DD. I still like the RC.
RC is a brilliant gun as well. Yeah.
I like the RC and I like the Mod DD. But I would say if you're asking me to name one weapon this wipe, it would be the 58.
Yeah, and for me, the Mod DD. It would have been the RC, but since I've been shown the way of the DD, it's just so versatile.
Yeah.
Such a great gun. Any other questions?
Hang on a second. How long did it take to transition from freehand to stock? Well, there's a question for you. How long did it take to transition for somebody who was adamant they weren't going to use a stock?
To get fully fluent with it, a couple of days. The first few raids, it feels a bit clunky, and it does feel like it gets in the way to begin with, but then you start to, it's like it becomes a rhythm and a natural.
It's like a part of your body.
Yeah, it's almost like think of it as like being part of the VR headset. It just becomes so natural to use your bag. It doesn't take long at all. I can't explain it. It's weird.
We will do a demo next week.
We will do a demo, but it did not take me long at all to get used to the gun stock at all. It's
like driving. You know, what 1 minute it just feels awkward, and then very quickly it just clicks, and it's part of you. It just becomes part of your rhythm.
It is part of the VR kit. It's not like a separate item. It all becomes one, if that makes sense. So hopefully I can answer that's answered your question, but it didn't take long at all.
So Paranormal says he still hasn't really used his gun stock. Okay. Ain't that rich for candy cane mags? I ain't that rich for candy cane mags.
Okay. Candy cane mags. Well, is that even still a thing?
Creed 3D printed his own stock and it works well. Excellent. So Kulik says picking the perfect gun stock for yourself is important, because I had a crappy one before, but a premium gun stock with features that you want is important.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm more CQB player and I feel slow with the gun stock. Does not slow us down.
No.
Well, you know, each to their own. Some people it is and some people it isn't, you know. Muscle memory do a big part in it, yeah.
That's the CQB side of things. The biggest thing for the close quarters sort of thing for me is I'm limited by my space in my kitchen. I'm always banging into the fridge. I need more room to play. But again, if it's the size of the gun stock for CQB style weapons, these are fully adjustable lengthwise. So you can extend them to sniper rifle size. You can shorten them down to sort of like SMG size. But I've got mine set now to almost the perfect place, and all I do is adjust my in-game grip to where that is. I don't move. This never moves anymore. Never moves. So whether I'm using a sniper or an SMG, I just move the grip to exactly where that is, and it works.
Job done.
So fast and so efficient.
Cool. So JJ is asking, do we play standing or sitting? Both of us play standing. Scarecrow says that he got killed by Shaver Monkey running with Viper in the church on Dam yesterday.
Shaven, cool. What are you doing?
Hey. Paranormal was talking about mixing Vital Strike with 8551.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a thing now?
It's the gun tracking when you're close quarters I notice is an issue. That's Paranormal. Yeah, I can't say I've experienced.
Have you turned with CQB? Have you turned your weapon smoothing right down? I have my weapon smoothing. I've increased it. I've got my weapon smoothing on 6 at the minute, and I do know there's a slight delay with the weapon smoothing, but with the gun stock I don't have any real issues with the weapon tracking at all.
Right, I've gone and
Bravo 2's deleted the chat.
No, I've got it back. There we go.
He's got it back.
It's back. Right, Bravo 1.
Are you hungry, mate?
I have people waiting.
Right, we've got to end it at that, guys. We've got to end it at that. So, congratulations to all the winners.
And thank you all for being the support that you are.
Yeah. And
we really do appreciate it.
If you haven't already, please do subscribe so you can get involved in the next giveaway that we do. But we appreciate every single one of you. As we've said before, this wasn't on our radar at all. And here we are doing a podcast about a game that we love playing. So thank you to each and every one of you. And congratulations to everybody who's won. I'm Bravo 1.
And I'm Bravo 2. And we will see you in the raid. Hey!
Almost got it right. Right, cut.